A couple of weeks ago, you posted that you liked my videos, so this one's for you, Carolyn. Carolyn, we bickered publicly so much that people asked us how we knew each other. You'd smile and respond, "I changed his diapers. I met Martin when he was a baby in the Philippines when I was adopting my sons Caleb and John. It was even my job to babysit him during his father's funeral. He knows I love him. I'm like his second mother." You espoused that conflict is an opportunity for growth, and our relationship was no exception. You were family to me. When I was living in Goshen and preparing to move to Cambodia, I made you a loaf of bread at church, and you responded, "Thank you for the loaf of bread, but I don't want it if you're not going to eat it with me. Come over for dinner." So we began to eat together occasionally, and we talked honestly about depression, love, dreams, transitioning, and family. You were a dreamer and a problem solver. During your restorative justice class, we learned about Inside Out, a program that allows individuals who are incarcerated to study alongside college students as peers, creating a rich and rigorous learning environment. I approached you with the idea of creating a Maple Scholars Project to explore opportunities for the program at the local Elkhart County Jail. The Inside Out program that we developed along with Glenn Gilbert and Marita Beachy was the first to be offered in a jail instead of a prison. Unlike prisons, jails have a more transient population, which prevented a semester-long class. You overcame this obstacle by condensing it into a 3-week May term. Furthermore, you convinced the Inside Out leadership it was worth the risk of running a program in which inside students weren't guaranteed to be incarcerated for years. This left the door open to hypothetically dangerous future communication and relationships between inside and outside students. You and Glenn taught the class Justice in Our Lives for 5 years, and I've talked to so many students who said the class was the best part of their Goshen College experience. You were a doer, not an academic, and I resonate with that. As a professor, you taught classes that included practical peace-building tools that I know have been applied by your students all over the world. You exposed me to the circle process that I now use here in Cambodia. The circle process facilitates sacred moments where Cambodian rice farmers are given space to share who they are, their experiences with education, what their dreams are for their children, and share practical solutions with one another. The circle process is the best tool I know to listen and respond to needs of a community in which I work. I wish you could see how meaningful it is for people here in Cambodia when we take the time to actually listen to them because of the process you showed me. Carolyn, you spent too many years in a wheelchair. Sometimes it was a necessity to ask for help, and you never let any favor go unreturned. For example, if you asked me to shovel your driveway when it snowed, you never let me go home without a snack, or more often, a home-cooked meal that took you hours to prepare. You recently survived a bout of breast cancer. You asked the doctor to consider letting the cancer run its course because you were exhausted. I'm thankful the doctor managed to convince you, and I know you're stubborn, that breast cancer would be a very difficult way to die, and we got a little bit more time together. Despite all your physical challenges, you gave your best every single day. Like so many people, you worried your best wasn't good enough. You dealt with countless physical setbacks, such as sores and bone infections, forcing you to stay in bed for weeks at a time. You hated every second of it. As a result, you sometimes had to cancel class or didn't get to grading on time, and that really bothered you. You were not only good enough, Carolyn, you were the best example of mental and physical toughness anybody could hope for. Thank you for consistently modeling how to face conflict fiercely, how to dream for a better tomorrow, how to live out our values, and how to do our best every single day, despite individual obstacles. Carolyn, your light continues to shine in the darkness, and the darkness cannot comprehend it. I love you. So many people love you.